welcome back to my channel. My name is Mbali Tikhatebe and I am your host for Power Circle Conversations. Today, looking like this, I had a thought, and at the same time I was getting ready. So I was like, you know what? We might as well just do this together. It's gonna be okay. And yeah, I like what we're gonna be speaking about today. I think you will too. And it's basically mental health tips, right? So basically managing our depression or managing our anxiety, and nothing too deep, nothing too hectic or difficult. But I just had a conversation with someone not too long ago, and we were talking about just the light stuff that we really just need to get through the day. So if I could just remind you, and I'm pretty sure these are stuff that you are aware of, but just reminding you of how important this and that is that you might have been slacking on. It's literally, I think I have like two tips. And lastly, I have an app that I think is really wonderful. I've spoken about it before, but I wanted to get into details about what it's really about and what it looks like this time. And I will have the details for you, yeah, in this video. And that's gonna be it. But otherwise, let's get right into it. So, my hair, wow, it's not so much actually. It's literally just really difficult to function with. But it's, yeah, man, if you don't babysit it, that's when your real problem will come in. I braid it every night before sleeping, but sometimes I will braid it and then know that the next day I've got nowhere to go, so then I don't unbraid it. But to look presentable, I will have to braid it the day before, and then tomorrow know that I can just like put in some water and, yeah, just water yana, and then it will be good to go. The only thing, yeah, the stuff like moisturizing it and like all the concoctions, yeah, all the hard work, I prefer to be doing it at night and then wrap it up, and then in the morning just a bit of water and then get to go. But yeah, I don't know. I don't put too much effort in this thing. And on my face, just to add on to that, I use olive oil. So sometimes tissue oil, yes, but for the most part, I use olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, Santa Bianca. Okay, so I use that on my face, right? What I love about this is that when I'm like there, I can literally just continue, and I know that it's going to be nice for my hairline as well. So I don't like things that are too complicated or things that are going to make me like too dizzy to think about things. I just want to look pretty, man, and I don't want it to be that deep. So yeah, this is just going to be my hair situation. Don't mind it. We're just getting ready together. Okay, so the first tip that I have, and like I said, these are things that you already know. It's just that we might be slacking on them and not taking them too hard. And I know this is sort of something that gave me a bit of an issue, because the type of work that I do, I get to be at home for as long as I want to. Like, even before my current working situation, I've always been working indoors, and I've always been able to manage my own hours. So I can get to a point where for like a good 4, 5, 7 days, I'm indoors, not opening curtains, not going anywhere, not interacting with humans physically, right? And that is a bad idea for depression. It can be a good idea for anxiety. No, not a good idea either. It's just that anxiety tells you stay away from human beings, and depression needs you to get out in order for you to lighten up. Okay. So yeah, you need to be out. That's my first point. Get out, interact with people, get keratin. Remember, the sun feeds us keratin. Get out, get you some keratin, some vitamin. Which vitamin do we get from the sun? Okay, that's not the point. But actually get out and see sunlight, see daylight. That really does lift up your mood, okay, for the day. So especially for people that are working from home and don't actually have to be interacting with people, this is actually going to have to be something you put or make an effort to be doing. So my thing is taking walks. My routine currently has kind of changed because life does that, but what really would work for me is in the morning getting up and taking a walk, and then coming back home and doing home workouts and stuff, because I didn't really gym, guys, but doing workouts at home. But just doing the workouts at home, same thing. You see, now I'm gonna stick to that place of not having to open curtains and just doing the workouts just so that I can be really productive with the rest of my day. No, I need to actually be out and catch some air, see some sunlight, some daylight, and yeah, because I would get to like a good 4 or 5 days, and other people will tell me, yo, the weather yesterday was like this, and the weather the other day was like this, and I'm thinking, I did not even, and that is just, it's not healthy. So yeah, especially for the people that are working from home, take that into consideration. Like, think about it. Find a way to get out of the house. It's good to interact with people, but also understand that at the end of the day, it's your own mental health that you're trying to take care of, right? So if you feel like the interactions are getting to a point where it's disrupting how you're trying to do better for yourself, then don't push it all the way that far. But literally do get out the house and do see daylight. You need that. We are human, guys. Like, we're not, what are we not? I'm seeing a bed. We're not like duvet covers and pillowcases, you know? We don't have to be in the house. We are supposed to be here, and we're also supposed to be out there. You know, we're supposed to have a balance of everything, and that's the healthy thing for us as human beings. So one of my ways that really works is getting out and seeing human beings. You need to actually do it with the mentality of I have to like put it in a plan. So be intentional. Yes, that's the word that I'm looking for, honey. Intentional. Be intentional about you actually getting out and seeing daylight. Okay? So point number 2 that I have for you is having a routine. Okay, so here's the thing with me and a routine. Now, I'm not that great at maintaining one, because the person that I am is, I don't flourish under routines. I don't flourish in an environment where I have to do the exact same thing, the exact same way, with the exact same people at the exact same time, taking the exact same route. This is why, like, a normal 8 to 5 job gives me hypertension. I'm really bad at it. Like, I would rather work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I will not feel as exhausted as I will be working on the exact same thing in the exact same way, right? So with the work that I'm always doing, I'm interacting with different people every time, and I'm doing the same thing, yes, but in different ways. So there isn't one exact way of doing every single thing, and it keeps my mind creative, it keeps my mind moving, it keeps my brain in a different, so having a routine does kind of get a bit difficult for me. But remember that with depression, your brain kind of settles in the place of telling you that you're trash and that you don't have your ducks in a row, and it's just like a really sad place to be in, right? So having a routine and having something that you're doing and doing consistently well, and you're finding that it's actually working for you, is such a nice thing to fall back on. To know that in the morning, go on my walk, and then from my walk, start with my reading. From my reading, start with the activities for the day. Whatever your routine is, it's really for, yeah, subconscious brain, whoever, whatever the way the mental state of our mental health situation works, it actually is very helpful to be having a routine. Otherwise, also, you do find yourself in a place where you will sit and do absolutely nothing for days. You're going to come back and feel guilty about that, and it's going to set you all the way back into your depression. That's a place we're trying to get out of. So that's why having a routine then is a good idea. So here's, like I just told you, right, that I'm difficult with routines. I make sure that I have a weekly one. Because a daily one, I don't want to lie, I don't like waking up at the same time. I can't. If I woke up at 5 o'clock today, I'm not doing it tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. It will. Okay. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is a routine. I make sure that I have a weekly one. Okay, so in a week, I would have made sure that I've taken care of my skin. In a week, I would have made sure that I've taken care of my hair. In a week, I'd have made sure that I've done the activities that I was supposed to be doing. So I like planning on Sundays. I like Sundays sitting down and writing down the stuff that I want to be doing for the week, having to-do lists, whatever it is, and literally just saying, somewhere in this week, make sure this and that is done. And then somewhere in the week, I will make sure that all of those activities are done. If I'm supposed to be studying, I will do it. If I'm supposed to be reading, I'll make sure I'm reading to the point that I said I wanted to be reading to by the end of the week. If I'm supposed to be speaking somewhere, then I'll make sure that I've prepared myself during that week. Somewhere in the week, I will put it in, because on some days I will be able to do five of those things, and then on some days I'll only be able to do two. But remember, my brain, me, and routine, difficult. We don't like doing that. So yeah, so that works for me. And in the middle of that, my physical situation will be taken care of. I will make sure that I have done a workout in that week. I will make sure that I have been out definitely a few times in that week. I will make sure that I have taken care of my skin that week. I will make sure that I have, drank a lot of water that week. Like, I literally, that week, I will make sure that a lot of things are done and are done right. And with doing it that way, you find yourself having some days in the week where you feel, you know what, I woke up extra early today. I'm going to do like a whole plan for the day. If I woke up really early, it's so much better to do these plans the day before. But sometimes early in the morning, I'm already up and I'm just like, okay, let me just make my plan for the day. And I'll find myself doing everything of like to the T by the day. And at the end of the day, I feel like I've had like a really productive day. And that's what you need. That's what your brain needs to hear, that you actually are a productive person, because of how your mental health can keep setting you into the whole bad and sad and hurt place, and it can be really settled and comfortable in that place, right? So we're trying to get out of that place, and having a routine, honey, it works. It really, oh, I love it. I like my hair. I like it. Yeah, and then from here I can put on makeup, because I don't have a proper formula, right? I don't have like a proper apply makeup first and then do your hair, or do your hair and then apply makeup. I'm literally one person that does things according to what's going to work for them for that moment. And today, what worked was apply your hair, babes, before you get too lazy to do it, and you'll come back for your makeup later on, because you won't be too lazy to do your makeup. See? I know my brain for the day. Tomorrow, I will think that's how it's going to work. And then I'll realize that actually, nah, never mind. We can do our makeup first. Okay. You're going too far. Cool? Yes? Yes. And this is me having a full hairstyle. I'm done. Then I put on makeup, get an eyebrow, get an eyelash, get a lip gloss, and I've done my part. I don't, the effort, the work, the applying this on top of that, the contour this and fix, and a lot of work. We need to be simple. Okay, the last thing that I have for you is an app. And this app I've spoken about before, but I love it, and I feel like not a lot of people know about it or even understand it, and understand how juicy it really is for your mental health. And that is Join Panda. I heard about it first from Nina Hasty on Instagram. She's very open about her mental health and her journey around it. And she first spoke about it, and that's where she explained that it's made by therapists from a Keso hospital. And I haven't done my proper research around that to actually, like, be like, I'm 100% sure. About that. But yes, that's the details that she gave us around it. Okay, around it. So I went and I downloaded the app, and that is what you should be doing too. Download that app. It's pretty cool. It's really nice. It will help, and it's very simple. So you get the app, you try kind of like sign in basically. And this is the part that I really liked about it, is that you can be anonymous. I'm not going to tell you my name, because you guys are going to download the app and you're going to love it over there, and the next thing, you and I are interacting, and then you know who I no. The other thing is, it kind of asks you how you feel at that moment, okay? And really good is a good thing. I think every time you get into the app, it does that. And really bad, it sets you up with the contact details for SADC, South African Depression and Anxiety. It gives you emergency contact numbers that you can be using over there. Lovely thing about this app as well is that you get therapists that you can be interacting with one-on-one. I think you get about 6 sessions with these therapists, and it's a text only situation. So for people that prefer to be texting, and I know people with depression and anxiety, most of the time we don't like to be on phone calls, we prefer to be on text. Not me. If you text me, I will respond to you 2 months from now. I promise you. Woo, I'm capable. I don't do text, guys. Like, I think too hard before responding to a text. I just can't. I prefer phone calls. So if you call me, I'll definitely respond. I'll get to whatever you need to be done, like, immediately. But if you're gonna text me, What else? Okay, so they have forests. They have, you'll see it, guys. Just get the app and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so they have forests, which are the different topics, and those topics are like closed rooms. You get to get inside those rooms and you can interact via voice note. You can interact via like just texting and just talking to the others over there, and you will love it. So I just need you to get the app. I think you will love it. It will help. That's the point. That's why I'm telling you about it so many times. Love it. So this is the first thing that you're going to be meeting with when you open the app. Just tick in the boxes that you are most interested in. The second part is this. Put in your anonymous name. That is not mine. This is your welcome message. And this, you get to put in how you feel, 1 being sad and 10 extremely satisfied. And here are all the rooms or the forests that you can get into, the different topics you can get into. And this is an example of what it looks like when you're inside a room, inside a forest, basically. And here is just the message leading you over to doing an assessment in order for you to check your progress. And then you get Panda training as well, where you're able to keep track of what's going on with you and your mental health, how well you're doing and how not so well you're doing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.